That's right. I already went through this in the first playthrough. So, because this is the X playthrough, by the way, that dress past day one is not normal. I inserted a little something special to make that happen. If that dress somehow disappears, I will fix that. Because normally day one, she has the dress with the coat, then she just has the dress, and then after day one, that's the only time you see the dress. Well, there's a nice little code that can fix that. Get my tool. Love you too, honey. All right. So gives me name 16. Then I gotta give him a mod permit. This way he teaches, hey, I can teach you how to mod your equipment. Alright, I'm all set. Inventory would be a tight squeeze. This run is stick only, so because it's stick only, like clubs only. This is also NG+, so it's also going to follow a different guideline. That club 1 on normal playthrough, yeah, you need to keep that all the way for club 3. Otherwise, you can't fix club 3 since it has a nasty skill on it that you need to get rid of. So that club 1, keep it. Freaking keep that club 1. You need it. Normally, also as well, because you'll get club 2 in day 3, and then you get club 3 in day 5. So don't be quick to destroy your club 1, you need to keep it away from club 3 and get the skill off of club 3, or else it's gonna suck. I may have had to employ a safety to fix that. I probably could have bypassed, but let's just say if you don't get that skill off, the later in the game is painful. So this is a very special place. Unlocks only New Game Plus. 77 floors of great weapons, great armor, and death. If you try to rush it at a low level, it will kill you. We're gonna need some levels first. Brief synopsis is a yada yada mitochondria does great things, capable of tremendous things, basically dictating everything. And they found the first case of mitochondria Eve, tracing back to a woman in South Africa about like 2 million years ago or something like that. So people still going to a concert. It's supposed to be canceled. Daniel's son and ex-wife are going there. Daniel runs off, and Baker's like, "Watch his back, please." And we got our mod permit. We're not gonna need it. Let's go dump the mod permit. I'm gonna need inventory. And the reason why I mentioned about the skill on Club 3, which is also on Club 2, it steals items, but your attack power is halved. Now, the funny thing is, it's with the way the calculations work, it takes your overall attack power, like due to level and due to weapon. Oh, wait for a moment. Takes your overall attack power from level as well as weapon, and then it halves it. And then that final attack power is used against enemy armor or enemy defense. Which is why when you fight some enemies, it's not like, oh hey, you do double damage, it's you go from doing like 1 damage to 20 or 30. That might have happened in the museum. Just saying. But once we get Club 4 and Club 5 from Chrysler Building, their steel effects do not have your attack power. Those are the steel effects you want. But as mentioned, Chrysler Building. And being level 8, increased ability will murder us. Because strangely enough, your attack and defense levels much more potent than your armor and weapon. And Dana realized he can't go save his son because he gets set on fire if he enters. I am being the only one that actually can't be set on fire as her leg is doing all sorts of crazy things. I am can enter and save the day. Because anyone not I am will get ignited or turned to goo. Now, the fact that I have a really powerful club, I could actually speed through this a little bit better. So, like, I have the weapon and the armor, I can speed those a little bit better, whereas in normal playthrough, your club is actually one of the weakest weapons. It takes a lot in basically New Game Plus to make your club powerful. So just some food for thought there. The reason why I'm smoking through this is because, again, this is a club carried from New Game. And it takes a lot, as mentioned, it takes a lot of investment to make the club work. Now, junk, get 300 junk, bring it to Wayne, and then when he's actually in charge of the precinct weapons department, not really by choice, but more by responsibility, he will turn 300 junk into an awesome weapon, or if you leave it to him, he may turn it into a piece of crap. Another thing too, which is tough in melee, but in normal playthrough, doable. The more enemies you kill, the more battle points you get. But the more times you take hits from enemies, the less battle points you get, because enemy hits detract from your overall BP, which you only get when you level. So, kill more enemies, get BP. Get hit by enemies, get less BP. If you get hit too many times and you level up, well, you basically just got nothing. I'm pretty sure BP gets subtracted even if you take 0 damage, because I think it's based on hits taken, not damage taken. Again, I think I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, well, sad day. get the corset up. I may dump my next points into the corset because the club's getting pretty strong as it is. But I also need that club to be as powerful as it can be because even though it's like the club is that upgraded, its base damage is another problem because the junk weapons can get anywhere from 100 to 150 power base. And take a look at our encounter. Nope. There's an encounter here. Now, ideally, because you deal with a very weak weapon compared to guns, you want to compensate with levels. But because, again, I got the armor and the stick, I'm actually considered powerful for what level I am. Now, you think, oh, I can farm 300 junk right now. Bad idea. Because if you want to farm junk, you need a weapon with steel. That first crow encounter early in Central Park, you actually want to leave that alone because what you can do is if you leave that crow encounter alone, well, your first encounter is always guaranteed, and once you complete that encounter, the encounter rate drops for every time you complete an encounter in that one spot. So you can use the club, steal from the crows, escape, go back, steal from the crows, escape, and because you never completed it, it's always considered first encounter. Guaranteed encounter rate. You can get 300 chunks so easily. Although it might take a few hours. From experience. As I look at this cat, my cat right here, that is wondering why I'm talking. I think she's giving me dirty looks. It's like, human, you're talking, and there's no one else here but me, the cat. Is there a person here? Just a cat. I don't care if there's a person here. I'm just a cat. There should be an encounter somewhere close-ish. Maybe it was another location, actually. Oh, there it is. You usually want to get the encounters because the first encounters usually have different spawns and particular rewards, and then after the first encounter, the subsequent encounters will stay the same and give you different rewards based on the enemy's actual drop pool. And the way you want to farm encounters is just go back and forth, because every time the screen reloads where the first encounter was, it will roll to determine if the trigger point will trigger an encounter or not. Like right now, my encounter rate here is is supposed to be like 50% chance. This room here is an encounter, but it's at the other end. Yep, there you go. After about 2 or 3 of them, you don't want to really try again, because at that point, it goes from like guaranteed encounter, 50% chance, 33, 25, 20, 16.7. It's basically, the encounter is 1 divided by n. And n is the number of complete encounters plus 1. I think the door was over here, yes. And then this was also encounter area, so maybe I can get a trigger. Yep, there we go. I may stick around for the one encounter because, like I said, powerful weapon and armor, you can afford to underlevel yourself. Crescent building will fix it. Oh boy, the cat wants out. There you go. I shouldn't have to do a whole lot of grinding because, again, with the encounter rate going down, it actually discourages grinding out for overlevels. Because after some point, it just gets so tedious to get another encounter, and you don't have any of the tools like in some role-playing games where it's like, hey, blow a whistle, piss off enemies. You don't get that here. And you're probably wondering why I have that one piece of junk. Don't worry about it. This is club only. Wayne can't make any clubs for you. Wayne only likes guns, he doesn't like sticks. Much to the dismay of any beautiful ladies that happen to be sticks. Yep, there you go, got the encounter. I'll do one more, and then I'll continue. I know it's just a place where I want to do the other one. Supposedly, with New Game Plus, enemies are supposed to be slightly stronger. But considering that you're walking in with your engraved weapon and armor... Oh, okay, I guess this will be my encounter spot. So as I was saying, it's like, again, because you have the engraved weapon and armor, it's you can basically just walk right through the first few days without any problems. And then if you just try to blaze through it though, the levels really start catching up to you, and then you actually have to do a little bit of grinding. And then once you get to the museum, everything kind of balances out in a way. Also, if you wonder if this is actually like a category for speedruns, oddly enough, it is like speedrun category, doing Parasite Eve Club %. Am I trying to do world record? No. Definitely not. I really want to put myself to it, I probably could, but nah. As Eve has a concert that was supposed to be canceled. Cancel culture was like, nope, we're canceling your concert. And Eve was like, nah, I'm gonna have my concert anyway. And behold, she has an audience. Now, you're probably wondering, wait, I saw the previous video of New Game Plus. Everyone just got set on fire. What do you mean by liquefying them? Watch and see. Oh, there we go. Phew. I was like, game? Juicy. I hope no one was eating dinner at that time. And everyone became liquid. Except for their bones. On the other save file, I actually did a 300 junk in the first playthrough, which is, again, it's a thing. You just have to make sure to save that one batch of crows in the beginning, and you can use the Club 2 or Club 3 to farm them for junk. I ended up getting my junk weapon just before I went to the museum in day 4. And when it was time for me to turn in the last piece of junk, I saved. Save scummed it. Because what I do is save, go to Wayne, drop off the final piece, and then have him try to leave it to him to make me a weapon. I actually had some pretty godlike rolls, because again, he can make a piece of crap, an absolutely useless piece of crap, or he can actually make something nice. The two nice weapons in particular, there's a pistol with counter, and then there's the AK-47, which also has counter, and that's pretty much the only way you can get counter. Not including Club 5 having counter, because Club 5 does get counter. You don't want Club 5 having counter. You're going to get rid of that. I'll show you when it's time. But counter on a gun is phenomenal, because you get hit, you return fire. And it's a free shot too, so it doesn't even count as your turn. So if you have a really powerful gun, and counter goes off, and your gun happens to have happens to have burst from a shotgun, which is exactly as it sounds. Alright, I think there's only 2 over here anyway, so let's just continue. That's not a good grind spot. It's way out there. But not too unhelpful. It does have its uses. So the other file, I end up getting the gun. So I end up getting the gun from Wayne, the handgun. It first started with the AK, and while the AK is a phenomenal roll, unfortunately, with the way active time works, pistols in the long run outperform rifles, because given infinite points to work, infinite BP to work with, just infinite points in general, you can make a pistol have the range of a rifle. The nice thing about the rifle is it gives you early power, early range, and in some cases early magazine capacity too. But it's only good for an early advantage. If you want the late advantage, it's in the pistol, because the pistol has the second highest active time speed of all the guns. It's well balanced, tends to have a lot less crap you have to get rid of. Submachine guns have the fastest AT 18 charge speed of all the things. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Let's see. How many item spots I have? Okay, I'm good. So submachine guns, they actually have the fastest, but they come with a couple of drawbacks. They tend to have some pretty nasty weapon effects, like high rate of fire, which actually divides your bullet damage accordingly. So it's like, oh, I can fire 10 shots at once. Yeah, but all your bullets are doing 1/10 of your maximum damage. And then they tend to have random fire too, which basically means that IM will shoot, like, basically wherever she damn well pleases. Which, not really a good thing, because random fire, you could try to go plink off someone that actually is threatening, and then she'll just go and attack some herpader all the way on left field. Let's see, I think those are the only 2 areas with encounters. I don't think there's any other items. And then going Chrysler, like, while the club will rarely be upgraded, and if you have your 300 junk weapon, which the 300 junk weapons are the strongest weapons of the game, except for the crappy ones, you usually won't really worry about your armor going up the tower. If you didn't get your junk weapon, you're gonna be using, like, you're gonna straight up be using the, hold on a second. Yeah, 300 junk weapon, so if you don't have your 300 junk weapon and you're not using a club, then you actually have to factor your weapon into consideration. So, not having your 300 junk weapon going up the tower, it's gonna get a little spicy. Especially if you're not prepared. Actually, yeah, I kinda wanna do those encounters again. Get another little batch of experience. Do I have to do this? No. Do I want to? Yeah. I believe this one is the lower pass? I say lower pass as just here. So this was an encounter, the bridge was an encounter. I kind of want to do one more of each, and then I'll continue forward. If, of course, the encounters are cooperative, which this was not. That was not. I'll give a couple more passes. If I don't get a single encounter, I'm just moving. Oh, there it is. That's where it was. Okay, so that's good. That's good. I'll try the other area again. Bear's kind of weird to hit. Now when you do play and you're just using a gun, again, if you can avoid just taking damage in general, which should be pretty easy depending on your weapon, you should be able to get maximum BP with little problem. Using a club, on the other hand, that BP's nice if you can get BP. If not, good luck. You're gonna take a lot of hits. Where's the encounter here? That was, it was a one time. sometimes an area could just be a one-time encounter. That's also a possibility. Because, funny enough, even though every area, ideally every encounter area is supposed to be repeatable, there are some that will not. And I think that's one of them, so we'll just continue. This one's an encounter area, so we'll go down the long beaten path. Yep. So I'll probably come back here and try again a couple more times. Birds. Now you're wondering, well, there's 5 birds here. Isn't this a fair spot to farm? No, it's not. Because remember, every time you want to farm junk, well, you gotta bring that junk back with you. That's a long walk back. So just because this is a long walk back, not worth farming here. It's that first patch of that first encounter area with 3 birds. That's when you want to farm. That's when you'll get your 300 junk from. Ideally, you want to be able to steal junk from all 3 birds. Sometimes you only get 2. And if you're really unlucky, only 1. So if you want to do your junk farm, do it right after you get your club 2 and leave the solo. Because, well, Wayne won't be able to... Well, I don't think Wayne will be able to make your super weapon or your junk weapon unless he's in charge. He'll still take your junk from you. Now, I could be wrong on that. He might be able to make it the moment he gets the 300 junk, but I waited until I gave him 299, store the last one, and then when he was in charge, I went ahead and turned in the last one.
You're not swinging fast enough.
I'm working on it, Chiz. How's it going? So, you guys see some weird things? Yeah, I didn't have to turn that back on, so that's nice. But expect some weird things.
Like?
We'll wait till the next cutscene.
Is AM still like physicsing?
Yes. Oh, there we go. So I don't. Nice thing about this, I don't have to do too much grinding, but I still want to at least get a couple more encounters just to get my level up to speed. Because being underleveled is certainly a thing. I know, I got electrocuted for 0 damage. What am I going to do? And I just kicked Bullet Bear's ass.
Good job.
You deserved it. You know how many times I played League of Legends in season, I think 1 or 2, whichever one it was, and that Bullet Bear kept kicking everyone's ass?
Mm-hmm.
Consider that revenge.
Yes.
Smack. I'm trying to remember where all the items are again. This time I'm actually trying to do the items by memory, so I sometimes think I may be missing a few.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay, because Chrysler Building is going to fix everything. I mean, may as well call it the Tower of Pain. That was a bit.
Tower of Pain.
I mean, think about it. You got the little mimics that will one-shot you. Oh, that's why you can't do Chrysler so early. Because if you encounter a mimic at such a low level, well,
Correct.
yeah, even at high levels they do a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So low level, well, carry a revive. You might live.
You might live for like an extra second.
Bear, Show me your face. Damn bear. Oh, that also makes me think I need to consider how I'm going to do the snack boss. Or the wormy worms. I think this was a single encounter area. I may be wrong on that, but I believe if I go underneath here, there should be 2 boxes.
I think you're gonna deal with this. Deal with everything else. Smack it.
So I got my PE1. I got a tool. Well, let's use the tool.
The tool uses a tool. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Hey, got a comedian! Is there really no encounters here?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. I was like, game? I mean, I know I was wearing a dress when you're not supposed to, but you don't have to like make the scene weirder than it is already. Correction, Ayum. We can't forget her name's Ayum. What level am I anyway? 14? Okay, so I'm at a nice little comfort spot. I forget if I cleared day 2 with level 16 or 18. Do you remember?
No.
I know this is an encounter area, but the question is, up there is a trigger. And now I will smack a plant. Smack. Thanks to the power of our corset, the vines really tickle. Now the question is, do I want to farm that or do I just want to continue? Eh, why not? Let's do another one. Yeah, so I started this a little less than an hour ago and we're about to clear day 2. And the vines are starting to play Devo again. I think I'm in a good spot. Let's go continue. We got some worms to beat up. The nice thing about the corset is at least I do have 2 HP levels above normal, so it is a nice perk. Yeah, why not? May as well heal. And now, we fight worms. Giant man-eating earthworms. I'm gonna wait this one out a little bit. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hey, I didn't get the quick kill.
Yay.
Now I got the quick kill. Yeah, so what ended up happening was I critted the third one when I was trying to go for the 4-2 quick kill, and I critted one of them, so the giant one popped up. But fortunately, the giant one didn't have any health left. That giant one does terrible things. And there you go, Chaz.
What? Why?
Honestly, I don't know. It just is. Actually, I am is now in her jacket and pants. And then magically, she's back in a dress. Alright, let's end this fight. And this is now where Eve gets creepy. Trying to feel up her dress. What a pervert. Oh, man, she's magically back in jacket and pants. Bong. Yeah, it's kind of funny with I am kind of knocked out right there. Why doesn't Eve just kill her?
That's too much effort.
Like, part of the reason why a lot of villains and stories suck is because they don't seize opportunities.
Nope.
Like, if they only seized opportunities, they wouldn't have these problems. It's kind of why I like Dragon Quest villains a lot more, because of the fact that with Dragon Quest villains, like, if you play the fourth one and beyond, they actually are pretty damn intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if you recall the fourth one, but the fourth one, when Tulun makes the cave, what gets that cave made and ends up going all the way to the heroes to the little secluded village where the hero is. It's like the villain leads the monsters to raid the village while the hero was not ready to save the world. And the only reason why the hero survived was because your friend Cynthia sacrificed herself by posing as you.
Sad face.
Yeah, the fact that the villains in the Dragon Quest series happen to be like some of the smartest bastards you'll ever face because they actually seize opportunities. Dragon Quest V is another good example. Your your dad is a hero, but you were taken captive by the lead villain, and the lead villain makes your dad just stand there and get beaten to death under the threat of, oh hey, dad does anything? Well, the villain slices your character's throat with a scythe.
Ah, le gasp.
And then if you think that's bad enough, your character realizing that your character's wife, I think, gets turned to stone first,
Oh no.
and then in a twist of fate, well, your character gets turned into stone as well by the same villain. Again, you get played. Again, the heroes get played. And the only reason why the heroes are successful is because, well, your character and your character's wife end up having kids. And they figured out how to actually remove the stone curse.
Yay. Good job, kids.
Yeah, like I said, like Dragon Quest villains from 4 and beyond, they actually know what they're doing. Whereas like a lot of your typical villains, it's just like, I'm a big bad. Oh hey, the hero is down for the count. I'm gonna let you live. Yeah, that cop was so lucky that he didn't get run over by that car or smush into another car. Like you saw how fast that taxi went.
Mm-hmm.
Bus number 1224 never made it. And so I left the poor skate. And then here we got the 3 cops. We got the Japanese speaking cop, we got the racist cop, and then the chill cop. I'll let you figure out which one's the racist. If your guess is the cop that's on fire, you are correct. I probably shouldn't say it like that. That does sound pretty morbid when I think about it. You're now in the hospital. Excuse me. I think my armor might be low for this, but I think my strategy will be save my super tools. Prepare to. Oh, the hospital's now blood red. Save my super tools, and then during the Chrysler building, I'm gonna find the CR Armor 1, which is, I think, the second strongest. I am your leg again.
Oh no.
Although if you look at her leg, you notice how there's an actual leg missing? Like, think about that. There's a foot, there's a spazzing cloth, but where's her leg? It's a mystery of the universe. And this is where they start having that pep talk. Ayam is freaking out because she thinks she's a monster. Maid is like, this is unusual. And Daniel's like, you're not a monster. And she can't believe it because, well, she's the only one that hasn't actually been set on fire and turned into a puddle. And she got a little too close to Eve. Or other way around. So she thinks she's a monster. Daniel's like, no, you're Ayam. And now it's just like, hey, where the hell are you going? And Maid is like, I'm gonna go take a breather. Good old Daniel. He is truly a good dad.
Yeah. Good old Daniel.
As we conveniently ignore the physics that are happening. Now she's realizing the feeling that she felt could have been her sister, even though her name is her sister backwards. And now we go to day 3, get some free points, and we save. Get some ammo that I can't use. Yeah, it's all relative to cats. Yes, I agree, Leo. It is truly relative to cats. And there's me, he's just like, I could have left, but I'm a scientist. Always nothing. Here's Daniel. It's like, hey, the city's deserted. This is the way I like it. Now let's go get a trading card. I think it's like right here. Trading card? Trading card? Trading card? Maybe it's here a trash pile. Yeah, I think it's the air trash pile. Not that I need it anyway, because we're gonna get the super T cards, the rare T cards that we need. And Daniel's like, everything's deserted. Fuck it, we're breaking and entering. Although here's the thought. With all the guns here, why are we only allowed to pick up a few things?
The shrug.
Because think about it, you got sniper rifles right here. Or hunting rifle. Yeah, those are definitely sniper rifles. And then you get a pistol right here. Then you get a vest. Oh, yeah, I don't have any tools yet. The tool's in that one box right there. There's like, you got shotguns, submachine guns, assault rifles, pistols. Like, this place is jam-packed and loaded. And it's just like, I just want to take this, this, and this. It's like, but it's the end of the world. I don't care. Oh, there's my tool. Here we go. Although this is also slightly inaccurate for New York City, because how the hell do you have a gun store in New York City of all places? Like, New York City's got some pretty nasty gun laws. Now, where's this trading card? Here's the other one? It can't be this one right here. Yeah, it's not this one. Screw it, I don't need a trading card. Should be up. Now let's see, so it was... I know there's one in the middle aisle, there's one about an aisle two to the side of it. Revive's always nice. I'll definitely need him for Eve. I think the med was over here? Maybe it's the next aisle. Oh, nope, there it is. I don't think there was anything up here. I don't think it's this aisle. I think it's the next one. If anyone wants to pull up a map, feel free to do so. But I warn you, if you try to pull up a map for corset building, it's kind of a randomizer. And I think there actually are millions of possibilities on how the corset building can be laid out on you. Yeah, because you got, let's see, floor 1 doesn't count, the 10s don't count, 71 through 77 don't count either. So you have 8 plus 9 plus 9. So 1 8 and 6 9s, so 54, 62. 62 floors. So basically you're doing a permutation of 100 some odd different map varieties. And then it's like, I don't know the exact count of how many maps there are, but you have to factor that in, and that's a permutation of that many maps, permutation 62, so you're dealing with that many maps with that many possibilities. So let's say it's like 150 maps. It's like 150 times 149 times 148. You get the idea. Until you do that 62 times. And if that's not enough, oh hey, tool. Yes. There we go. Alright, I think I pumped the stick up quite a bit. You think I should pump with the corset, or do I need more stick? Corset?
Stick.
Oh, stick? Alright, we're going stick. That is a beefy stick. And then, not only that is a thing, but the item rooms are also randomized as well. And there are, in fact, 69 item rooms. And each one is boxed within its own 10s. So you got, let's see. So basically, you now have to factor in the total amount of permutations for the 10 times the total amount of permutations for the 20, and basically do that all the way to the 70 on top of the map variance. Do you see how the numbers start adding up here? Million, I guarantee you, if you actually did mathematics, it is millions of possibilities. And the reason why I mentioned the item rooms in particular is because in this playthrough, if I'm lucky, I could get the Club 4 on floor 11. If I'm unlucky, it's on the boss floor. I'll let you think about that one. And I think it's actually with the item combinations, let's see, 9 times 8 times 7 times... You know, I'm going to do that mathematics. Hold on a second. Brief intermission here. Hey, Chaz, you want to acapella that for me?
Wait, what?
Brief intermission.
Oh, okay.
So, the first 10 floors, there's 9 different item rooms. That alone has 362,880 possibilities.
Right.
And then you multiply that total by, let's see, well, 3,628,800 possibilities, multiplied by 3,628,800 possibilities. Do that about 4 more times. In fact, let me do the mathematics. Probably should do this during a cutscene though. Yeah, let me get us a cutscene while I do this. Ah, somehow my controller was controlling the calculator. Now, do I have to actually walk in the building, or will I get cutscenes? Okay, so good. Cutscenes will happen anyway. Well, I just did three. Oh, wait. Alright, so let's see. So you have three, so, and then anything can happen from the. Is that accurate? Because it's not times six. No, that's accurate. So we're actually just the item rooms. We're looking at potentially. Well, we're looking at way too many possibilities. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome to. So aggressive building is your randomizer. And then, of course, the game itself actually is a mini randomizer on items because there are certain certain chests where you have a higher chance of getting one item, lower chance of getting the other one. Like in the Chinatown subway, there's a tool that actually has a 5% chance to be a super tool. I don't know if you can tell, but I have a thing for mathematics and numbers. So I'm gonna load up something particular here. I'm just loading something up in particular on my end. Just preparing for when it's close to 11 o'clock. You know, you have to give I am credit. No matter how much hell she's going through, she still manages to stay well dressed. With a slight physics problem. And you notice how Mieta's having a very casual one-sided conversation about mitochondria. And it's just like, well, don't you realize that I am's leg is physicsing? It's like, yeah, that's normal.
Par for the course.
I mean, even we're looking at very casual. It's like, oh, that's her legs just casually physicsing. I think, if I'm understanding the coding correctly, I think it's because whatever's up with that leg is not properly coded to carry over past day one. So there must be something about her pants that actually is stable, whereas the dress is not. And here, me is trying to explain something that completely ends up not being the case. Just pure conjecture, because it's like, oh hey, one person out of a shitload of people happens to have a very particular circumstance. And here's the mitochondrial lesbian cult leader. Although, if it's a lesbian cult, how is he part of it? I don't suppose you have an answer for that one, Chaz.
Hmm.
Also, more physics.
Yes.
As you can tell, the game was not meant to have her in a dress at this point. And then Clamp is like, I know what the hell this is. And Mia's like, I don't know. It's like Clamp looking at him going, don't play for a fool, you fucking idiot. And this is where Daniel realizes something is screwed up. Well, I say now, but right now it's just. Oh, there you go. Now Daniel realizes. And somehow the monitor is magically turned off. And now the fact that she's walking, her leg is back to normal. And the monitor's turned back on. I don't know if you caught that earlier, where the monitor just magically turns off and is turned on again.
Mm-hmm.
And Clamp's like, you guys are too late. You ain't stopping her. Now, given my levels, I could attempt to do the third floor, or at least the first 10 floors of Chrysler, and see if I can get the Club 4. But I'm probably gonna hold off on Chrysler until I beat up the T-Rex and loot the rest of the building. And then I'll go Chrysler. You end up being over leveled for the first 50 floors at that point. 51 it starts to get a little rocky, and then 60 is actually where you are where you're supposed to be. And the precinct just got fucked up. Excuse me. She encourages Daniel to immediate stay, but Daniel, of course, his son's in danger, so he ain't gonna stay. And then Mead is like, hey, I got a charm for you. So now we're at the precinct. Let's go dump our equipment. Oh shit, dogmen are actually durable. So I definitely want to dump my mid 3 and the revives. Yep, Tor is admitting that he ended up joining the NYPD weapons department to control the flow of guns because his daughter got shot by a gun accidentally going off.
Yep. Fortunately, that made him a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in that regard.
It's a very tragic and unfortunate turn of events, but Wayne makes a good point that hey, you can't blame the gun for everything.
The gun is not a sentient object.
If guns were sentient, on the other hand, we would all be screwed.
Yeah, we'd be dead already. And the world would be ruled by guns.
Or Skynet.
Yeah.
Actually, come think of it, that would be Skynet in that case. Think about it, the weapons are sentient. It's like, yeah, it sounds familiar. Yeah, it sounds like Skynet, doesn't it? I mean, wasn't Skynet like a military sentient AI defense system that decided that humans were the threat?
Yeah, military AI meant to defend against missiles and other shit and other threats. Fortunately, the AI was smart and a little too smart and found that humans were the problem.
And so it went to wipe all of humanity and make a robopocalypse.
Yep.
Alright, first things first. Yeah, we gotta get these doggos out of the way. I'm pretty sure Kathy lives anyway, but still. And I think that's a one-time encounter as well. And this is where it's like Shiva, something happened to Shiva. Ben's going after Shiva. Let's go save the day. And so to make sure we do get all the items, we need to get a couple of things. But it's not gonna be anywhere around here. Yep, he is definitely dead. And if you talk to him again, he gives you ammo, but we're not allowed to use a gun. And now you can proceed upward because you actually have to talk to Warner and Kathy in order to proceed the story. I bet you didn't know that one. Normally you pay Warner a visit because you want to go save, and then you go pay a visit Kathy. Well, if you do it the other way around, and you go to Kathy but not Warner, well, you're forgetting to visit someone. And then Beta will call you a jerk.
Oh.
And then here's Nyx. And Nyx is like, I'm fine. Be a hero. A heroine. And now we have kill Spooter. That Spooter was talking smack about us. I don't have any tools, do I? Nope. I can come back downstairs anyway because I'll get the weapons key. So once I get that, I come back, loot the weapons, storage. That guy's dead. It's funny how all the significant cops are just slightly wounded, and the generic ones in uniform are all dead. So, and Ben's like, Shiva. And then we got two pairs, and then we got a pair of Twitch that's right after Ben. I believe this is Doggo Fight. I see my friend Leo is showing me an Agama. It is an Agama. I fully agree. Or that might be an axolotl, but I'm willing to call it an Agama. Four young light warriors, going 2,000 years into the past, each holding an Agama. I'm pretty sure that's the story of Final Fantasy 1. Would anyone care to correct me on that?
Shrug.
Okay, no objections. The Agama is waving hello. As I punch some spooners. Actually, I think there's something over here, so I do want to check this room first. And then I want to go back downstairs, check storage, dump some stuff on Wayne, and go back to fighting. And this should be ammo. Nope, that's Med 3. There we go. Doors open. MP5, tool, and offense. Nope, start with the corset and move that over. Do I want to dump anything actually? 13 storage units, 13 out of 22 storage. Why not? Encounter? Nope. And it's more axolotl. The axolotl is yawning. I think axolotl is bored of my jokes. Encounter? Nope. How about you? Encounter? Yep. No encounter here. And then Baker took too long, and Shiva mutated. I think I need to start dumping points in my armor. Call it a hunch. I think I need some more points in my defense and PE. And then my friend links a picture. Put your hands in the air like you. Oh wait, and it's a Wooper from Pokemon. Wooper has no arms, and Wooper don't care. Whoops. I forget if I can farm this area. I could go for another encounter. I remember Precinct did not have a lot of good encounter areas. There's like a few, so it wasn't one of the best grinding spots either. Wait, did I just use mid 3? Yes, I did. Eh, whatever, I'll get more. Yeah, I'll start pump on my armor for better protection. I'm gonna need it. Because I think when I did the other playthrough, because I had the super gun, I was able to just dump all my points in armor. So, with this being the club, where I have to dump all my points in club, I'm gonna have to play a balancing act. And now I gotta beat up with Doge. And day 3's done. Yep, and now we're on day 4. And I say about day 4 is all we have to do is hit the museum. Not the museum, the hospital. So I think day 4 we should be able to do... We should be able to complete day 4, assuming that we don't get screwballed. And then I think we might be able to fully complete day 5. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta go find Miita first, and then once I find Miita, then I can go take him with me to the hospital. So yeah, I think day 5. So day 5 we might be able to full complete, and then we begin the ascension. There we go. Corset's a little bit stronger now. Hey, wait a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. I gotta go back in the bathroom. Look at the mirror.
Wait, what? In another reality, she's wearing pants.
And a jacket. And you know, she's also carrying a gun too.
What's this?
I mean, think about it. Her name's Ayam, and what she's seeing in the mirror is Maya.
Stop rewriting the plot of this game.
I am paradoxing again.
Mind paradox.
But yeah, I think that might be worth a clip. I tell you, this NG Plus playthrough, we're seeing some serious shit happen. And I think, yeah, that's right, the next one. And I found the nerd. As her leg continues to do what it does best. As Daniel gives you a fat stack of ammo because it's like, well, if I'm on the field, take my ammo. It's like, thank you. I'm not allowed to use a gun, remember? Even in the car, her leg physics. Somehow through the windshield. Now that's where Mayday explains that in Japan, things could have gone bad, but the Eve in Japan had some sentiment, and unfortunately, just it didn't work. It didn't work out. Did I forget to turn some shit in? Yes, I did. I'm probably gonna have to go pay a visit. And this is where I get no useless charm, so I shouldn't say that I keep getting useless charms. It's rude.
Goddamn dress. Why is that freaking out so badly?
It's gotta be something with the coding, with how Aya's dress is coded compared to Aya's standard outfit. That's the only thing I can think of, really.
I don't see why it would be freaking out like that. It's not like it's a flowing fabric or anything. It sticks to her like it was a pant leg.
If I had a good answer for that, I would have said it already, but I'm kind of running dry on this one.
Yeah, I got nothing either. It defies what I know of.
I mean, granted, we looked in a mirror and we saw Maya and where I am. So, I mean, this playthrough has gone all sorts of paradoxical bullshit.
It's all your fault.
Of course it is. I'm the one that put in the code. According to According to Leo, it's a polygon Minef and can't figure out the coordinate to either start or end drawing it. Pretty common problem with 3D rendering. So clearly what I'm using can't handle this.
Can't handle the truth.
And the truth is, it's a paradox. Okay, so we put that away. This time, don't pop the pills. Put that away, put that away. Full cure, I want to save you for the true bread. Yeah, let's put the dual away too. I'll probably do one. Nah, I'm probably gonna save. Who am I kidding? So enemies should start being able to survive my attacks because, again, I've been skipping some grind because of the fact that I do have that power advantage. So I'm not doing as much grinding for levels to compensate. So enemies should start being able to take a stand against me. As I look Jojo dead in the eyes. Not that stand. You get away from me. But Jojo's a good guy. I don't want to deal with it. It's Dio supposed to be worried about. Screw Dio. Although, which Dio do you screw? Holy Diver's a good song. Which was also somehow a licensed video game? No, seriously, like, it was never released in the United States, but there's an actual game in Japan for the Nintendo called Holy Diver.
I remember that.
It's a good game, actually. It's like Castlevania with spells.
Yep.
And good music. So Chaz, when you decide to have Aya fail at basic electrical safety, did Shuri get electrocuted or did it fade to black and she's dead?
Clearly you get zapped.
Like it doesn't like she does it fades to black and she dies, like she actually see her get fried.
Yeah, you'll see her get zapped, she'll collapse, and then game over, you stupid idiot.
I'm not gonna test that.
I mean, you saved the game, didn't you?
No. I saved that beginning of day 4.
You fool.
Now I don't know if Eve was the one that took down the stairs or if it was Iam's paradoxical leg of horrors and wonders. All right, let's take a vote. So Chaz, do you want to see her get fried or no?
Only if you've saved.
Well, I'll save if you want to see her get cooked.
Okay, we'll save.
Okay, and then this you won't be able to see the answer to this one, but how about you, Leo? You want to see what happens when I don't hear electrical safety? Leo says yes. So we're going to take an intentional death and show you what happens when I don't practice electrical safety. And I know there's a phone down here, so we can save. So I'll make sure I get all the fuses. Get everything downstairs. Get the fuses. Do all the shit. And then, well, poor Aya's going to get cooked. Ayam is going to get cooked. But then again, this is a paradoxical adventure, so all that's going to happen is Zaburudo and she comes back. As Beta casually explains, Zaburudo happening like it's just an average day in the office. Nothing weird about that, right?
Totally.
I believe there's an encounter in here somewhere. Oh, yes, I want that. Okay, I did use my bips, so that's good. Oh, there's the encounter. Smack the flag. Dodge. And smack. so I remember downstairs only had a few encounter spots. It was here, it was that room, and there was like one other. I think the trigger was somewhere up here too, so let's get another encounter just to get a little bit of experience. I mean, even when we do a cameo on electrical safety, we should still be able to clear this by within 1 hour. Game, you want to give me an encounter? Okay, guess game doesn't want to give me an encounter. We move on. And it kind of washes itself in the end too, because museum gives you so much experience that if you haven't caught up by the time you're in the museum will make sure you're caught up. Alright, so... Snakes and no ropes. Okay then. Taking some hits there, so I'm not gonna get much BP for this level, because I'm an idiot. Get the tool. Leo, this isn't the Zelda 1 randomizer. Those aren't danger noodles.
Oh no.
I got fuse too. I think I have fuse 1, yep, so... I get a blue key card from the corpse right here, get the encounter. Get the corpse keycard, yep. Nothing off the corpse, and item remit. Yeah, so now I remember, that vest that can actually be a medicine instead, but that's where you're supposed to get your first poison resist. And it's not guaranteed to be there. I might be able to get an encounter in there again, let me check. I might be wrong though. Oh, nope, yep, I'm right. Oh. And I got best spell in the game. I got the infamous haste spell.
Good job.
Haste does great things. Oh, there we go. Got another encounter. That's good. Crit. Nice. Crit. Nice. That was actually some pretty good experience. I'm going to try one more pass on that because that actually is good experience. I want to get a little bit more of that. Just a little. The dirty rat lived. The dirty rat is dead.
teach you this lesson again, you daddy rat.
I also remember the League of Legends adventures where the Nunu, where you were a Nunu, you're trying to eat a creep, and the dirty rat kept eating all the kept killing all the creeps. It kept chasing the dirty rat. It's like, you dirty rat, you came in to kill my creep. I will not get you for this, you dirty rat. I still remember that one League of Legends game. I forget if it was actually against players or if it was just against bots, but I think it was against players. I was Tank Scion, Zenith was a Twitch, and we were both in the jungle. Of course, this was classic Twitch, where his stealth lasts a million years.
Yep.
And the enemy team jumps me in the jungle, and I'm a full tank.
I remember that.
So they're like, hi! And then like they're all trying to kill me, and Zenith pops out and says, hi! It just pentakills them, and I'm walking out with half my health. Moments when tanks are doing their jobs. I love tanking way too much in League of Legends. It seems like a thankless thing, but when you're basically there to get hit and you don't die, I mean, you're doing your job. Of course, League of Legends these days, now they're in like season 11. Oh wow, no more encounters here. Serious?
Killed them all.
One more pass. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a grind spot, but yeah, it's like season 11. Like, I'm noticing how a lot of skills these days, there's very few that are point and click, and a lot of them are actual skill shots. And then they also really screwed with tanking in itself, where you really can't be that tanky anymore. There's always a means to actually break tanks. So you can't just outlive everything. You actually have to have DPS that will DPS.
DPS, you're DPS.
I'm not too sure how I feel about it. But then again, I'm a little biased when it comes to tanking. Mainly just because tanking is, like, whether it's MOBAs or MMOs, it is a thankless job, just as thankless as being a support is, because you're not there to do big crits and kill enemies. You're there to actually be the backbone of the team. It's like, you got all these DPS, it's just like, oh man, look at my big crits, and then you and your support are there as the backbone going, yeah, you guys are only doing big damage because we let you. Like I said, it's a thankless job because the DPS don't realize that, oh hey, they only exist because the tank and the healer let them. So remember, always hug your supports. You can hug your tanks too, but they may not feel it. Alright, so let's go save, and now we're gonna do an Omaki. Yes, I agree, Leo. Always hug your whoopers. Alright, well, we're gonna take an intentional death. I've never actually seen this death before, so this will be a first for me. I've been killed by the plane. I've been killed by not escaping the destroyer. I've been killed by the freaking ultimate being during the escape. Of course, knowing my luck, will probably end up happening is because I was in a dress, the game will probably completely break and not realize, because, like, wait, she's in a dress. wasn't she supposed to die?
Wait, see. Oh, wait, no, you actually don't die. I'm stupid. I thought you died. It's been so long.
I thought that would kill her. Like I literally thought that would kill her, but I guess
not.
maybe it's because of the fact that she has special mitochondrial powers, so she just absorbs the electricity and it just feels like it just feels like a little jolt. Maybe.
Static shock.
And now I wonder about her preferences. I mean, because think about it, she took no damage, and she just kept getting zapped, and it just gets back up. It's like,
I think you take damage? Did she take damage?
no, she didn't.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Might be worth a clip. At least the part where I'm like, why is she alive?
Oh no.
It's like, all right, now we watch her die. Psst. Isn't she supposed to? Psst. Game. I mean, does she do something with tasers that I can't talk about publicly? I mean, some people get off on that sort of thing. I've seen some crazy things on the internet, so. Alright, I know that's the infinite train cards I don't need. And my friend Leo is sending in the Whooper technicians to fix this. I mean, I could stop the Whooper technicians, but I mean, they're Whoopers. I may as well let them do their own thing. And the old lady is panicking. And the poor doctor's like, hey, what, your medicine? Old lady's like, don't matter if I'm dead. I always thought that if you didn't follow electrical safety, that would kill you. And I thought, like, maybe the dress is protecting her from the electricity. I'm like, what the hell is that? It's like, what is happening here? Alright, and now cutscene. Alright, let's pay attention. So we see two empty operating beds, right?
Mm-hmm.
We see one of the sisters. Now we see both of them, except one of them's missing an eye. And now we see the other one, but it's missing an eye. Like, if you look closely, you actually see the other one is missing an eye.
Oof.
I mean, when you look at the details behind it, her cornea was transplanted into her sister. Mm-hmm. So it kind of makes sense why she's minus one eyeball. Strange thing though is why is Maya present? Like, she was supposed to be dead from the car accident itself. So there's really no way you could have you and your sister there together unless through that cornea your sister was there with you. double encounter. Poison resist kicking in. I kind of want to keep that beefy in case I need it. So that was that item. I don't think those... And now the nurse leaves the freaking area. I always thought there was an item like right here, but I guess not. Eh, screw it. I mean, at this point, it's not even important anymore. I'm pretty sure someone could look at the video footage from the regular new game and see when I actually tackled the spider boss. I'm pretty sure I was like level 22 or 23 or something like that. I'm at level 21. Maybe level 24. So I'm just trying to think. I think I missed an item down in the basement. It sounds very obscure, but I'm pretty sure I missed an item in the basement. Because aren't there supposed to be like 2 flights of stairs? I should be able to go back to, yeah, I should be able to go back to the basement, and I gotta find the other flight of stairs. So let's see, go here. Oh yeah, that's right, the other flight of stairs was this way. I mean, you don't even have to worry about using the stairs, you have an elevator, but this item's what I want, which is completely useless. For this run anyway. I mean, those stat boosts are not useless, but this run, the offense ones are only good for They're only good for guns, so they actually are not helping us. Unless I kind of want to cheese it and just get a gun anyway. Make the ultimate gun, store it, and forget it exists. Alright. And now let's pay attention to our ultimate target. It surges with power, thrusting its might into the night. Okay, that was Tulu. Let's keep going. Well, wait a second. I gotta go back. Hold on. Jazz, did you see that?
Oh no.
Look. No, look at the reflection.
No. It's happening again. We've drastically changed. We've drastically changed the plot of this game just by keeping her in a dress.
And that makes you wonder, what is the reflection of reality? Is it the one before us? Or are we the reflection?
What is reality?
That is a good question. I mean, look at her face even. Like, she doesn't look amused by this either.
I mean, seeing shit and I'm not happy about this.
Yep. That's definitely worth another clip. I know it's the same thing, but that was even more personal. This run is so great. Interesting. Bouncy balls do contact damage, not attack damage. Ow. Let's now push the Bunsen burner out of the way. The oversized Bunsen burner. To find a button. You know, I'm gonna do one more encounter. Just to be safe. I think that room is... This one should have an encounter grinding area as well, but I think the next room is also it. And yeah, I think this is the last time I'll get a big batch of BP from completing the days, because I won't get the day 5 completion BP unless I go back to that route. Because you don't complete day 6 until a beef.
Beefy.
And if you hit that point, well, I got bad news for you. Oh, there we go. That's the encounter I needed. That's a good level. Got heal 3. And granted, it takes a shitload of my PE to do heal 3, but I think I'm fine. And let's spend this little bit of BP, buff my armor, and then we go and save. Oh, no, we don't need to save, that's right. Should I save? You know, now that I think about it, I should probably save, because I remember when I fought Spooter Boss before, trying to melee Spooter Boss ends up bugging out, and her recharge speed is basically rapid fire attack mode. Oh, this was encounter space. Huh, how did I forget about that? I think it's a one-time in here, though. Ow. Get some ammo. Wait, what did she say? Artificial sperm. Oh, that's when she realizes that Dr. Clamp was part of this.
He was the donor?
Oh no, he just headed things up here. He was just part of the development staff for making artificial sperm. You don't have a donor. You're making it.
Not be horrendously messed up if he was the donor.
What if he did use his sperm as the base, and then somehow managed to take his sperm, remove all the unique genetic identifiers, and create basically a base sperm out of his own? Think about that. Yeah, this is explained. Melissa Pierce is here for kidney, and then there's her mom's record and her sister's record. As her leg is still freaking out. Yeah, come think of it. Wow, we got through day 4 like this. That's impressive. And here's the Navy.
In the Navy.
Poor Lynn, she doesn't get it. The idea is not to flex her muscle, the idea is you should never use it. I could look at the tube, but I already know what the fate is. Eve is now Priggers.
Ah, Priggers!
gotta remind myself to make sure I like take the. Oh yeah, that's right. Jazz, you need to post those clips.
I put them in the channel.
No, I meant in the Discords.
I put it in the
All right. I'm now going to brawl with the scooter, or I'm just gonna be stuck in place. Damn it, let me smack you. I mean, this fight, I don't really see a good way to dodge the attacks. Just smack her. And now she's dead. Yeah, I only got 100 BP because of the fact that I was tanking hits. Not much I can do about that. And this is where Eve explains how humans are pathetic. I mean, she's not wrong. That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing when you think about this the entire way, that Eve throughout the entire game is not wrong.
Nope.
The only, like, everything she describes about humans, not wrong. The only thing she screwed up was she actually went against humans. It's like, all this time, Eve's not wrong about humans. The only thing she did was she challenged them. And if it wasn't for the fact that she did have a natural enemy, she would have been successful. But she didn't think this one through. She basically tried to arm flex her way through this instead of actually, living symbiotically with humans, at least until humans have truly outlived their usefulness. It's like she tried to basically force humans into extinction instead of, just quietly replacing humans with mitochondrial mutants.
Yeah.
And well, it worked as long as everyone was capiche. As she gracefully steps over the rail and manages to land so smoothly in those platforms. You cannot really shake a fist against her footing to be able to do drops like that and land gracefully on platform heels.
She knows how to jump.
Yep. Alright, and then day 5. Oh yeah, that's right, we don't do day 5 until we go back to Daniel. So let's go dump our shit, save, and then we'll call it a stream. And I know exactly who we're gonna raid. Don't need a heal because I'll get a free heal. Now, even though I have the super stick and the super armor, I am not going to be ballsy enough to go after the crab with my level. We have seen the damage those assholes do. It's like, but you have such powerful equipment. Yes, and I'm going to die. Actually, I do want to use the B-Vest as my backup, so... Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I have a tool, don't I? It's kind of funny when you think about it, the fact that it's like when you go through the precinct and you're getting like all these keys and like all this key stuff and whatnot. In fact, like going through the game, getting all these key things, and you have to keep them. But you go through the hospital and they're one-time discards, and that's the only time they're one-time discards. Think about that for a moment. Alright, Warner's going to tell us the same thing that we've learned already, that Melissa has been going to the museum, seeing Dr. Clamp, and now I got to figure out where Eve and Dr. Clamp could be meeting. So we go through a wild goose chase, just to realize we should have been going to the one place we should have gone to in the first place. But of course we can't go there because it's not populated by death. So I'll let you think about that one. And once again, physics leg is at it again.
Please control your dress.
She can't, her dress is too powerful. And Maeda nearly fumbles a walkie-talkie. Smooth. So I think we should subtitle this stream Paradox.
Yeah, sounds
Yay.
about right.
3 points. And now we go save. Level 24. Nice. Okay. And with that, that wraps up the stream. Yeah, it's a bit of a short one, but day 5 is the beast. I mean, it took me... How many streams did it take me to do day 5? Like 3?
Took a good while.
Yeah, day 5 is the true marathon on this one. So now, granted, with my freaking weapon, with my stick and my corset, I should be able to clear all day 5 next Friday. But then again, the museum. So that may actually bleed into 2 streams, just because the museum. At least the warehouse should not be as painful, though. Anyone that saw the warehouse incident knows exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're gonna go raid LZ Cartsfan 23, who's doing a game show night, and right now he's doing his own take on Press Your Luck. Right now he's got 3 contestants: Smash Whammy, Isumet, and Xamat CGC. Smash Whammy is on 3 whammies already, so this one's gonna get a little spicy. Alright, so we're gonna start the raid. It's like LSC Cartsfan, great guy, does commentaries, often most famous with the Zelda 1 rando, and he's also done Dragon Warrior 1 commentaries as well. So we're gonna raid him. With that being said, this is you know who. I'm gonna sign out, and hopefully I'll see you next Friday for when we continue the Paradox Shit Show.
Yar.
Yeet.